What's happening, guys? It's a Monday afternoon. I almost said morning, but it is not the morning. This afternoon, we're down here at Salu. This is the biggest market in town. The old market is closer. But for some reason, I wanted to come here. Of course, you can get more things here, and the prices are generally maybe a little cheaper than at the old market. And every time I come here, I say the same thing, and I'll say it again, that I've been here a number of times and still have not seen everything. It goes like all the way down there, and you can go down this way, and there are aisles going down there, aisles going to the inside part, and it extends further over that way. It's a huge sprawling market, almost like a little city in its own right, filled with all kinds of wonderful food. You can get household items here. You can furnish your whole house if you wanted to down here. Everything from plates, bowls, spoons. You can get new clothes. You can get rice cookers, woks, even smaller furniture, chairs, things of that nature. Whoa, got some big fruit here. Big carrots. Really big carrots. The thing about this market, as always, is that the lanes where you walk are filled with motorbikes, sometimes small cars, tuk-tuks, all trying to make their way here. So you have to be very careful of where you walk, so you don't get clipped. Whereas at the old market, it's enclosed, so you won't have the vehicles. But I do like it down here. I generally like to come down here earlier when it's at its busiest, because it gets crazy, and I like that sort of vibe from the market. And check out some pork. Second Life's famous touching method. I don't know what she's touching for, but it works. All the meat's been good so far. Yeah, you can buy little baskets if you want. All kinds of wicker things, birdhouses even. Look up there. Very colorful looking birdhouses. This is normally the time I would be at school, but of course, King's birthday holiday. So there is no school for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Alright, talk to you guys later. Alright, now we're in the chicken section. Just bought some spicy sauce from over here, along with some other vegetables. if I can get a close-up of the spicy sauce. There it is, right there. I asked Sanglai what that was called. She said it was called Mataken. Mataken. I pointed to it because I just wanted to know the name. She thought I wanted to buy some. I was just curious because I'd never seen that paste before. So I didn't know. But she thought I wanted her to buy some, so she bought it. So now we have some Mataken. Some spicy sauce to eat. Yeah, here you can buy bird cages if you want. Some pots and pans, some water jugs. Basically, like I said, anything you want you can find here. Herbs. Lots of greens. Looks like we're getting some, it looks like galangal root. Very popular ingredient over here. Ooh. Yeah, I can't hang on to them. I got a big heavy bag in one hand and I'm trying to record with my left hand, which is the side my camera's on, so I got my fingers up as if I'm drinking out of a teacup so it doesn't get in front of the camera. They've got a tailor shop there, and they can also sell sewing machines and spare parts. Yeah, come for the vegetables, leave with a sewing machine. You can do that here. Hello. All right. She gets really picky about everything she buys, so not a lot of walking. I don't want to stand here and show you the same things over and over and over. And let's take a walk in here. Yeah, this is the inside part where you can find lots and lots of stuff, anything really, even rope. Down there, this would be like the women's section aisle. They got all kinds of women's clothes, dresses, underwear, things like that. Stuff, of course, I'm not interested in, but yeah. They also have clothes for men, of course. T-shirts, pullovers, button-ups, dress clothes. That is in another section. And I'm not exactly sure where that section is, because like I said, I've been in here several times and I've seen a lot, but I can't remember where anything is. But if I've seen it and you want to know if you can buy it here, I would certainly let you know. Toys. All kinds of little toys you can buy. Yeah. There we go. Some boys and men's clothes. Some more toys for the kids.
$5.
Hey. Here's as you can tell, this is very steep. This right here, very steep hill that you have to walk down. And of course, when you're in flip-flops like I am, and they're a little wet from the rain, you have to be very careful. Not that, no. Oh, over there? Over there? Alright, she doesn't understand that I do not want to eat that. But there's a little noodle, looks like a little silver pot place over there. I'm going to go check that out. Yeah. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed our little trip to Salud. Just found this little place. Pretty cool. It's a skate park. Huh. You can see the kids are on the skates. Obviously, it's called a skate park. They got little ramps and hills over there. Yeah. Very good. I never knew this place existed. Upstairs look like they got some plants. Place to sit. This place is good. Are you good?
2015.
2015?
Yeah.
2015. And even though that needs an E and E right there, still. It's right down this little alley. Pretty cool. Good job, guys. I never saw this place before. Nice, really cool inside too. Nice and cool, away from the hot sun. They can keep their balance. I obviously can't. I am not that talented, not that coordinated. Yay! All right. See, that's what you find when you go out and explore. You can find little things like that. I think I had been here once before. I remember seeing something like that, like when I first got here, but I didn't know where I was, what part of town. It was one of those days when I was just walking around and got a little lost. Yes, and as you can tell by the generators, we did lose power again. I don't know how far it spread, but our apartment is about a 20-minute walk away. We lost power before we left, and apparently down here the same thing. So it's not just my area, apparently. I want to say thank you to one of my subscribers for your generosity. You know who you are. I always really appreciate your donations. I appreciate you guys watching. It does mean a lot to me, and it all helps. Well, yeah, so I woke up to that good news today. And if you are coming over here, I would give you some advice, because this is probably the hardest thing I had to deal with over here, I think, since I've been here. So far, I find it all pretty easy, pretty simple. But the one thing you'll have to get used to is that this is largely a cash-only society. You're not going to find a lot of places that take credit cards. You're not going to find a lot of places that will take a debit card. You know, you have ATMs, but for most of your purchases, you're going to have to pay in cash. I think I may have found the cause of the problem here. Look at these wires. Holy cow. Oh yeah. Yep, there it is. They're working on those lines. I do not like stepping on these. I'm not sure which ones are electric, I don't know. They're working on that line up there, it looks like. Get across the street while we can. Yeah, so when you even if you have a credit card or a debit card, and of course you can open up a bank account here if you want, but then of course you'll have to go to the ATM to yeah, look at that mess. Yeah, you'll have to go to the ATM or to the bank to get money out. But if you're like me and you use PayPal a lot, not just for donations, but also for different things I do online, every so often I'll get enough money in certain online sites to cash out, and it automatically goes into my PayPal. Well, PayPal is, I've said this before, is essentially worthless here. You can receive money in your PayPal, but you can't turn that into cash anywhere in Cambodia through a normal financial institution, which is why you'll have to find somebody that has a PayPal account and a bank account outside of the country, send them the money and have them give it to you in cash. Luckily I have a really good friend here who does that for me when I need to do so. But it's something you're going to have to get used to, just paying in cash and making sure you have enough money for your expenses. And trying to get out $20 at a time would be a waste of money because of the ATM fees you'll have to pay for that. So try to do it all at once if you can. These are all tombs. Gravestones, I guess you would say, in a way, of all the monks that have passed away, yes, that died, that have belonged to this particular pagoda, Wat. I guess the size and how elaborate the design indicates their stature at the time they passed away. Pretty cool sight. See, over here we got different flags flying. Very peaceful though. And as you can see, the gates are open. So I guess if one wanted to, they could go in and look around. I don't think anybody would mind as long as you're not making a, you know, being disrespectful or making a lot of noise. I've done that before in different pagodas around town. Power? 5 o'clock. She's saying 5 o'clock. I don't know where she got that information. But I hope that's not true, because right now it's only a little after 1. That would not be good. It's not too bad today though. It's only 93 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not as scorching as it has been. The weather's starting to cool down a little bit. The rain has helped some. But we endured April and the early part of May, which is typically the hottest time of the year here. And that was certainly true this year, even more so than last year. At the end of April last year, I was like, well, that wasn't too much different than what I've been experiencing since I've been here. But it was really, really more intense this year. You could definitely feel the temperature changes. Time to stay inside and chill. Yeah, but you can open a bank account here pretty easy. Go to ABA Bank, I would recommend. They're very foreigner friendly. They have all the benefits. Hang on. Yeah, they have all the benefits of a Western bank. You'll get your debit card. You don't need a lot of money to open an account. Less than $100. You can use services like TransferWise or even World Remit, I think it's called. To I believe you can. I know TransferWise, and I'm pretty sure World Remit also you can use to transfer from your home bank account into a Cambodian bank account every month. Not sure what the rates are. You will have to Google that. I know a lot of people recommend TransferWise when people are asking about receiving money here, so that is what I'm basing that on. People also, well, not people, but somebody asked about the infrastructure over here, and that I can say is also an issue. It's not great. You'll be walking along the sidewalk and see a big gaping holes that if you're not paying attention, you could easily fall in and hurt yourself or worse. Like right up here, we got this. It's not too even, as you can tell, but then it automatically jumps into this. And if you're not paying attention, that's definitely a tripping hazard. So I don't think people understand sometimes, unless you're a YouTuber, how difficult this could be. You might think, oh, you're just walking and talking. How hard is that? But while I'm talking and while I'm walking, I have to pay attention to where I walk so I don't wind up falling or tripping. And then in heavily trafficked area, of course, I always have to watch out for cars and trucks from all different directions while I'm watching where I walk, while I try to keep the camera aimed pretty much where I want it and trying to talk and keep my thoughts as coherent as possible. So there is a lot going on in a country like Cambodia when you're doing this. A lot of hazards, a lot of water that you could, not paying attention, step in. You don't want to step in the water here. It's nasty. But yeah, so it's not just about walking and talking. You have to be multitasking when you do it. You get used to it though. Anyway, I thought I'd say thank you to Helen. Thank you to the gentleman who donated. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, if you have any other questions, things you want to know, and I can answer them if I can, leave me your questions in the comments. And I will see what I can do. All right. Talk to you guys in the next one.